Okay, so we are looking at something called our distributive property. Now, the way you're going to think about this is a teacher, right? This is a teacher. When they hand back papers, right? Those are papers being thrown at you, right? They're distributing papers. Now, who gets the papers? No. If I'm giving, as the teacher's giving out papers, the students, is it one or two students or is it all the students? All of them, perfect, okay? So all students get the papers. Okay, now, if all the students get the papers, that's called distribution, okay? Now, in math, what happens is we're gonna have a value out in front like that, okay? So this value here, okay, is going to be distributed into the parentheses, okay? So it's going to be multiplied to everything inside the parentheses. We're distributing it to all the students, okay? To all the problems. Okay, so negative 3 times a is just negative 3a, okay? So what's negative 3 times 8? Excellent, negative 24. All right, now, once we get to this point right here, this is just second fiddle stuff. We've already done this lots and lots and lots, right? Okay, so what should I do next? Nope, can't add 3 yet. Yep. Right, what's the opposite of 24? So positive 24, and what do I do to one side? I should be doing to the other side. So if I have a positive 24, I have a positive 24 on this side, okay? So I'm going to go with negative 3a is equal to, well, what's 51 plus 24? And we can use our calculators for that if we need to. Perfect, 75. All right, now, how did we get, going right back to the original problem, how did I get 3a? What operation gave me that? Multiplying it. There's no addition into it. So I'm going to divide by negative 3. So a is equal to 25. And then I'm going to check. So this goes back to what we did before, like at the beginning of the year. Negative 25 plus 8 is negative 17. We're going to multiply it by negative 3. And then negative 3 times 17 does give us 51. So our answer does check out. Okay. So once you do your distribution, you can pretty much do whatever you want, right? Yep. All right. So let's do our next example before we run out of time. So let's go with 12 is equal to 6 negative n plus 8. All right. So what was the first thing we did on that first example? What property did we use? Nope. We used, did you say addition or distribution? Okay, so we're going to use distribution. We're going to multiply into the parentheses, okay? So 12 stays the same. 6 times negative n is negative 6n. 6 times 8 is 48. And then we're going to subtract 48 to both sides. And then I'm going to divide by negative 6. And n is equal to 6. Then if we do our check, okay? So I have 12 is equal to 6, and then what's negative 6 plus 8? That's right, 2. 6 times 2 is, excellent. Does 12 equal 12? So I know that I am golden, okay? All right, now we can also have fractions, right? So I can have 1/3. Let's see here, let's go with 3x minus 9 is equal to 17. Okay, I'm going to pause it here on the video and you guys work on it. Okay, guys, so this is our work right here. And then this is our check. We find out that everything's good to go that way. So our next problem that we're going to be looking at is we're going to go with negative 3, 2x minus 1 plus 8 is equal to 14. Okay, so notice this time we don't have just the parentheses. We got this additional one right here, correct? Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to distribute. I can talk. Okay. So I'm going to pause it. Well, I'm going to go through it. So let's multiply. So I get negative 6x. Negative times a negative is a positive. Okay. Everything else is just the same, just like that. So plus 8 equals 14. What do I do with this term right here? Add them together. So I get negative 6x plus 11 is equal to 14. All right. How do I get rid of that 11? Let's subtract it. So we get negative 6x is equal to 3. All right. Divide by negative 6. So then x is equal to negative 3/6, which reduces to -1/2. Okay? So x equals -1/2. So if I come over here to do my check, that didn't work out well at all, did it? Okay, so now, guess what I'm just going to do on my calculator? So I just typed it into my calculator, and I got 14. Okay, so here's our next problem. 4x is equal to 4x minus the difference of 3 and 3x. All right? So the first thing I need to do is, even though there's not an official number in front of it, I need to distribute this negative to my parentheses. Okay? So I'm going to have 4x is equal to 4x, and then this becomes -3 plus 3x. Okay? All right, now here comes the cool part. Let's add these two together because they're on the same terms, right? They're on the same level. So this stays, so that's going to be 4x. What's 4x plus 3x? 4 plus 3? 7. So we're going to have 7x minus 3. All right? So we have an x over here and an x here, so we need to move our x's together, correct? Yep, that's correct. So we're going to subtract 7x over to here. All right? So what's 4x minus 7x? That's right, -3x. And that is equal to -3. And then what's the last thing we got to do, guys? Divide. So x is equal to 1. Love that. I don't know about you guys, not really, but yes, Julio.